What is going on, guys? Today we're taking a look at another pair of true wireless earbuds that come into that aggressive price point of 50 bucks. Today we're talking about the EarFun free true wireless earbuds. But before we jump into the details, I just want to say that if this is your first time to the channel, welcome to Plug and Play. My name is JDubb, and the goal of this channel and of this video are to help you guys make a better tech buying decision. Now, if that sounds like something you're interested in and you want to see more reviews and other tech related videos just like this one, please consider subscribing to the channel, hit that bell notification so you don't miss any other videos. Now, without further ado, let's jump in to the review. So for full transparency and disclosure, EarFun did send me these earbuds to do this review. However, they are not paying me to give this a positive or a negative review. This is going to be my experience after my testing exactly as I have experienced it. Again, to help you guys make the best tech buying decision that you possibly can. Now, with that out of the way, let's unbox these guys and see what we get. All right, guys, so here we have it. This is the EarFun free true wireless earbuds. Now, packaging right off the bat, very straightforward. They got a cool yellow color that they're going with here, and it is otherwise a very standard packaging. So let me run down the quick package specs for you, and then we'll jump in to see what's inside the box. So right off the bat, you got the true wireless connection, obviously, superior sound. You got wireless charging built in, which I'll show you here in just a minute. That's a huge feature, especially at the $50 price point. Wireless charging, absolutely fantastic. 30 plus hours of battery life. We got 6 hours of playback per charge with the additional 30 hours. So the total combined charging base is 30 hours plus on the session based charging, which is standard for true wireless earbuds. You got IPX7 waterproof. So we got really high quality waterproofness on here. So like legitimate waterproof. You can submerge these in water and they're good to go. You got your voice assistant controls and you got an ergonomic fit. What's in the box, we'll talk about that here in just a minute, but basically that's pretty much it, straightforward right off the bat. iPhone, you got your Bluetooth 5.0 on these guys as well. A couple things that I'll mention as well is you have stereo calling. So again, another awesome feature at this $50 price point is stereo calling. So when you're on your phone calls, you get sound out of both earbuds, which is fantastic. So if you're the person that likes to take, conference calls, make phone calls on these guys, the stereo calling is pretty darn sweet on these guys. So that out of the way, let's open up this box and let me show you what's inside. All right, so save you guys some time on unboxing everything one by one. Here's everything that you get in the package. We got the manual, you got your extra gel tips here, you got your earbuds, you got a USB-C cable, which is a nice touch on a $50 pair of earbuds, and you've got the case itself. All right, so right up front, the first thing that I'm gonna make notice of is that these are a button-based earbud. There is no touchpad on these guys. So again, at the $50 price point, you can't really expect a lot of things to be coming in with touch controls at this point yet, but I'm sure we're gonna see that probably pretty soon. So you got the button here. It's a rubberized button. You got your LED indicator on the outside. You've got your microphone here on the side as well. And you'll notice that you've got a nice little, it's a teardrop conical shape. Now, the first thing I do want to bring attention to is that these guys have a pretty big butt. This end down here where the speaker, where all the technology, everything is hidden in here, is it's kind of chunky. I mean, if you look at it, it's pretty big. It's pretty fat. It doesn't stick out your ear too far, which is nice. It does kind of hide in there a little bit, but it is not going to be the most discreet. Coming down here, you do have a nice deep cone here, the ear cone that goes down into your ear canal. It's going to give you good, nice noise isolation and kind of really get that sound down into your ear. You've got a really nice gel outer coating tip here. So this little gel tip is actually pretty solid. I'm pretty happy with the fit, and we'll talk about that here once I kind of get into the review portion of this. But overall, I was very happy with the gel tips. You got your three little your contacts here for charging inside the case, but other than that, it's pretty straightforward. There's nothing different between the left and the right earbud other than their orientation. Moving on over here to the case is pretty straightforward as well. You get your EarFun branding on the front. You got your USB-C plug on the back, which is awesome. Seeing USB-C at a $50 price point earbud is a major plus, so very happy about that. And on the front, you got your 4 LED indicators to determine the charge of the case and when it's charging. And the other cool feature is that if you are a wireless charging fan, these do have wireless charging built in. So USB-C and wireless charging capable is huge. So they're really bringing this $50 pair of earbuds, again, is really getting pulled up a lot by the 2 charging features here. So now that we've seen everything in the box and we talked a little bit about the charging options, again, USB-C, wireless charging, huge plus. Overall, the packaging is very straightforward. You get the USB-C cable with it. So everything that you need to get started as expected is built in. Now, what do I think about the overall design of these guys. Now, when it comes to design, I honestly was very, very impressed by the fit. They really kind of, in my ear, and again, this is all subjective, right? This is subjective. This is on a per person basis, right? When it comes to fit and all that kind of stuff, and even sound quality, it really comes down to my experience. And so my experience with these guys is that they fit very, very well. If you didn't notice, or if you have seen any reviews of the Samsung Galaxy Buds, the EarFun Frees are going to look pretty familiar, because honestly they are very close to being a clone of the Samsung Buds, minus some of the features like touch controls and some of the other stuff that comes along with the Samsung earbuds. However, at the $50 price point, they are marginally cheaper than the Galaxy Buds. Now with that said, they fit very, very well. Like I said, the cone shape of this earbud and this gel tip really slide in nicely and give a great noise isolation. So you're saying, well, that's great. How do they sound? Now, again, at the $50 price point, I am super pumped to say that I'm very, very happy with the overall sound signature. Now, if you're a bass head, these are great earbuds. These guys pump out some pretty serious bass. Now, when I say serious bass, I'm talking about the kind of bass that you can feel in your ears. Like it kind of makes you feel like you're sitting next to a bass speaker. Now, with that being said, they do lack a little on the high end. So they're not the most balanced. They are definitely weighted towards the high, the deeper mids and the bass. So, if you're looking for that high chirpy sounds, those kind of things, they can get kind of muddled out by the bass. But overall, again, the sound quality is fantastic. And if you like bass, these are definitely a pair of earbuds you should check out. Again, as a side caveat on audio quality, I mentioned this earlier, but they do have stereo calling, which once again, at this price point, is another fantastic feature. So overall, I was really happy with the ability on conference calls to have that stereo audio going on with the calling. And again, it's not something that we see in a lot of the lower cost earbuds right now. So that's another huge feature. So I've said nothing but good things. What are some of the things I don't like? Right off the bat, one of the first things that I didn't really like is the overall case feels a little bit on the cheap and flimsy side. This little plastic door, it just kind of flips and flops and kind of hangs there. It does magnetically close, but it does feel a little bit on the cheap side. So I think what they did is to sacrifice some of the build quality on the case, right? Making it feel really solid and a really nice experience, but they threw in the wireless charging in the USB-C and the audio quality. So overall, that's been pretty sweet. The next thing I'm not a huge fan of is the lack of touch controls. I mean, again, I can't really argue too much with the price point, right? At this price point, touch controls are kind of hard to get. We're only now starting to see companies kind of get down there with that. I mean, the JLab audio icons, the JBuds icons are $60 and they have touch controls. So we're getting closer, but the lack of touch controls is kind of bothersome. The buttons themselves are easy enough to push. And, if you can kind of get used to getting your fingers in there and holding the earbuds properly and pressing the buttons, it really isn't that big of a deal. So personal preference though, lack of touch controls, I'm not a huge fan of. Another feature that I'm missing, and I'm really, really missing it, and I think this is a big miss on their part here, is volume controls on the earbuds themselves. So not being able to control the volume of my audio from the earbuds, having to pull out my phone and do that is still kind of a bummer. It's definitely possible. I have a lot of earbuds at the $50 price point that have volume controls built in, and so not seeing them here really takes away from my experience. But overall, again, can't really complain. Personal preference, volume controls, in my opinion, are definitely a miss. So with everything considered, everything that you've seen here, pros, in my opinion, definitely outweigh the cons. Wireless charging, USB-C charging, 6-hour playback sessions, which is pretty sweet. It's on the higher end, I think I would say, of the industry standard right now. Noise isolation was fantastic. Overall sound quality, very, very promising. Stereo calling, sweet. Minuses, in comparison to some of the bad things, no voice, not being touch controls, no volume controls, things like that. I definitely think the pros outweigh the cons here. If you're in the market for a low-cost pair of true wireless earbuds, sub $50, you don't want to spend more than that, this is definitely a pair that you should definitely consider. The EarFun Frees, in my opinion, are definitely a thumbs up. They're definitely a go. If you've got $50, you want to buy a pair of earbuds, they're available on Amazon. You can get it on Amazon Prime. I feel like you're going to get a pretty sweet experience here. You're not going to be let down. Again, if you like bass too, bass definitely hits on these earbuds. So definitely a plus. So overall, yeah, I think these are great. I think these are a great buy. And real quickly, I just do want to mention that these are They came off of a crowdfunding campaign. They were fully funded, and then they actually shipped, which is a great thing to say in 2019. A lot of that stuff, comes through, it is successful, and it doesn't ship. So it's nice to see when these campaigns actually get funded, people put money towards them, and they actually ship a product that works. And as usual, guys, I put a link down in the description below to the Amazon page. I'm looking at it right now. These guys have a 4.5-star rating with 129 reviews on Amazon. So overall, at the time of making this video, they're looking pretty solid. I mean, the people on Amazon are liking them, and I like them. So definitely check them out. Hit that link down in the description below and check them out. Order some of your own. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, you want to talk to me, you want to ask, you want to know more, you want to argue with me, you want to show me some other brands that you think I should be taking a look at in this $50 price point, let me know down in the comment section below. I love having conversations with you guys down there. You guys are fantastic. But that's it for me. Again, EarFun Freeze, thumbs up, link in the description below. Check out the other videos at the end of this video. But guys, I will talk to you soon in the next video.